Good morning, YouTubers. T-Square with T-Square Talk. Hope everybody's having a great day. Got a great video planned out today. Even though it's not really planned out, we're kind of going to be free-floating, but there's a couple things that I really want to talk about today. One of them, obviously, is the tariffs on gold. That really a lot of stuff going on with that, putting gold on kind of a roller coaster, up and down, mixed around. But I also want to talk a little bit about the gold-silver ratio. I wanted to talk about this last week, and then I got talking, and then I got distracted and went off on a tangent, and it kind of shifted the whole video a little bit because some of these videos I do just kind of free float, I guess you could say, where I just kind of talk a little bit about what's going on, how things are going, why things are happening the way they're happening. And I kind of want to stay focused today because I really want to talk about, one, the gold-silver ratio, and two, what could be happening right now with gold that we're not seeing any kind of a summer beatdown, obviously. Clearly, we are in the middle of summer now. A lot of people questioned when we started seeing that climb. They're like, yeah, but it's technically not summer yet, so when summer comes, we'll see that beat down on gold. We're not seeing it, and a lot of people are wondering what's going to happen in a month or two after typical beat down periods. Usually you would see the silver and gold get beat down in the summer, and then you'd see this huge takeoff in the fall and the winter. So we'll see how that plays out. We're going to talk a little bit about all that today. If you enjoyed today's video, please take a quick minute, hit that thumbs up button, help me out, share the video if you know someone that might be interested, or you've talked to someone and they're kind of trying to pick up, little bits and pieces to try to put the whole story together about what's really happening out there. Share the video, hit that thumbs up button, leave me a comment, and if you're not subscribed, do the ultimate and hit that subscribe button. Right off the bat, before we get started, let's take a quick look at the prices. We got silver right now trading at $37.83. It is midnight here right now, so we're about ready to go into the new day, Tuesday morning. By the time you guys are watching this, I don't know what will be happening because it will be Tuesday morning at about 6 o'clock. So this video is being made about 6 hours prior to upload. We have silver trading at $37.83, down a little bit. But on the grand scheme of things, it was down a whole lot more, and now it's already climbing back up. We saw a nice beat down yesterday. I had a couple people call me up, ask me if I've been following. I'll be honest, I was so busy yesterday, I didn't actually get to follow a lot of what was going on, which is rare for me to not check the silver or gold price. But you know what? I'm comfortable with my holding, with my position. Would I always want to get a little bit more if I could? Of course. However, I sleep well at night knowing that I don't have to worry, because if you're holding gold and silver, I really don't think there's anything to worry about. I did a short video with a foreigner yesterday, a friend of mine who's actually from the Middle East. And, we were talking about it. And he goes, do you ever really see metals go down nowadays? You're probably not going to. You might see a little bit of a pullback, but at the grand scheme of things, year over year, we're seeing them go up. Nothing is getting cheaper. Everything is going up in price. The only difference is with some stuff, they can mass produce it, but you're not really going to see mass production of gold because there's only so much gold out there. And, people are buying it up left and right. And same thing with silver. Same thing really with even a lot of the commodities. That's why we're seeing everything continue to climb. Taking a quick look at gold, we got gold trading at $33.53. Like I said, I found it funny. I had someone call me up yesterday and asked me if I was following what was going on. Like I said, there's nothing really, in my opinion, to worry. We are only $145 away from the all-time high. We've seen multiple days this year where gold has went up over $100 in one day, which means it would only take a little spark to ignite this into a whole big price move even higher. And the fact that Bitcoin is continuing to climb up tells me that I believe gold is going to soon follow. We got Bitcoin trading at 119,000 right now, and still holding its ground, doing well. We also have the dollar pretty well sitting right around 98.5. Obviously, if the dollar gets stronger, the price of gold, silver, commodities go down because we're buying them with a stronger currency, whereas our currency as a whole is getting weaker along with all fiat currencies, not just the US dollar. In fact, the US dollar might be one of the better ones of the majority of the currencies, but it doesn't change the fact that all fiat currencies are slowly being printed away, debased, and that's probably going to continue. So moving on real quick, let's talk a few minutes about the gold-silver ratio. Now, like I said, I love gold. There's something about gold. It just has a special place right there. The problem is the gold-silver ratio, and this has always been a problem for me since we've seen these huge astronomical numbers. We're sitting right now close to 90 to 1. That means 90 ounces of silver for 1 ounce of gold. Now, we haven't had a whole lot of periods in time where this is that high up. Now, have we been a little higher? Yes, we've had a couple little peaks up there where it jumped up to 125 to 1. But they're not long lasted. Excuse me. They typically will all of a sudden plunge down when it gets too high. Now, does it plunge down overnight? No. You will typically see a slow road where the pendulum swings, I guess you could say, where you see that gold-silver ratio get higher and higher, and then all of a sudden you see it just plunge. I'll give you an example. Right here, when we were down in 1968, when we were down to 18 to 1, it didn't take long. Literally 5 years later, it wasn't instant. 5 years later, we were at double, 41.34 to 1. Only to come down even lower in 1980 when we came all the way down to 15 to 1. That was in 1980, 1979, and then all of a sudden we had this huge spike up to 100 to 1 in 91. Now, obviously, what generally happens when this swings is the gold price doesn't keep up with the silver price. The silver price starts exploding in price, growing faster and faster, seeing 2 or 3% jumps on silver and 1% jumps on gold, making silver really able to essentially trade somebody your ounce of gold for a whole lot more silver when that happens, and then waiting to where you can get that gold back for a whole lot less ounces. Now, right now, if I knew people that were willing to trade their silver for a little bit of gold, I would eagerly do that. I think that we are going to eventually see this plunge. And, how low really will depend on the manipulation. A lot of people don't understand that the manipulation is what's making it to where these numbers are so skewed. Because anything that comes out of the ground, we'll say for a minute 12 to 1, maybe even as much as 15 or 16 to 1, depending on who you ask. I've heard some people say even 8 to 1. However, we're sitting at 90 to 1 almost. This is unheard of. It really is. And these highs, I won't say, I don't know if I should use the word unheard of, but they don't last long when it happens. And we know how quick prices can swing. And it's just a matter of time, I believe, that we will see another big swing. And how many people will be ready when that happens? But it's not just about silver. I mean, if you're trying to protect your wealth, both gold and silver do very well. And right now, like I said, gold is on a roller coaster ride with the recent, what Trump called misinformation on Switzerland. We'll see how this will play out. But basically, gold bars coming out of Switzerland having a huge 39% tax on them. The truth of the matter is the country should want gold. The more gold you have, theoretically, the safer you are. And the safer you are, it's going to put you in a good position. It's going to put the country in a good position if they can get more gold. So they certainly shouldn't want to put a big tariff, obviously, on gold because we ultimately should want our people to be buying up gold. What we don't need people buying up is more useless junk that they really don't need. That's going to sit in a closet or a garage, taking up space until it just breaks down and goes in the landfill somewhere. But unfortunately, society has not realized. I would have thought they would have realized with the recent kind of slowdown in the economy. I would have thought that they would have realized, hey, we need to go back to kind of looking out how we spend our money and stuff like that. But we live in an interesting time right now. We live in a consumerism world where everybody's out to consume, consume, consume. Not many people are out to produce or save. Once you understand the difference, you can really get put in a key position to where you can actually do good and have your money work for you. Reading through these headlines, obviously there's no shortage in headlines right now on the gold price and the beatdown or the tariffs with the back and forth. When they announced the tariffs, we saw that spike, and then all of a sudden they said that's misinformation. We've seen the price come back down. But like I said, at the end of the day, we're only $145 away from the all-time high. It's just going to be a matter of time before we have a really big day. We pop up past that $3,500 level and essentially go to even new highs. So not really a long video today. Some of y'all know I've been just getting destroyed trying to get my house done. I hate to have two houses on standby, essentially one that I'm kind of packed up and ready to move, and then a second one that I'm moving into that's pretty much vacant right now. So I have been putting a lot of work. I mean, my hours, last night I went to bed at like 3 a.m. and had to be back up at 7 in the morning. I don't want to say I'm too old for that, but I do feel like I'm getting older and older. I'm hoping as soon as I load this video, I'm going to go to bed. As we're sitting right now at midnight. So not really a long video today. I am trying to still push the short videos. So if you guys see short videos go up, definitely check those out. A lot of good information in them, but some of them are fun videos. I've got a couple of friends that do TikTok, and I'm trying to kind of grow, really trying to grow the channel. But, sticking with one topic only, gold and silver, I'll be honest, it does make it hard to really grow and advance in the YouTube space. So I have been trying to do more short videos to where I kind of put different stuff out there. Just, some people like seeing cool new stuff, and some people are like, it's nothing special. But keep in mind, just simple everyday items that they do in another country on the other side of the world is cool to you guys, and it's vice versa for them to watch a video of something as simple as a candy store. It goes a long way. People enjoy that. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap up here. I thank everybody for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please take a quick minute, hit that thumbs up button. Take full advantage of this recent dip. I don't believe this dip is going to last too long. Once it's over, it's over. That's it. We'll see another spike and probably never look back. Just like we've seen when silver was at 20 and it popped through 20, popped through 25, now popped through 30. We might see a little bit of a pullback if some major events happened. We could see a little bit of a pullback in silver, but realistically, I don't think we're going to go much lower than 33, 34, and that's still a huge what if at this point. So with that being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you did enjoy the video. Hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts, and I will see you guys again on T-Square Talk. Take care, everybody. Hope you have a great evening, or a great day in this case. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.